Hey, JK. And I always say the next name wrong. Jadelcon. I always say that wrong. Gadelcon. Gadelcon. It's okay. You can totally make fun of me for that. Hey, Bobby, what's up? Copper Dan, what's up, everybody? So yeah, I said I was going to try to go live every single day, even through World Series of FUNDAY. So look at me. I actually am sticking to something that I said I would do. That rarely happens. I'm going to put the chat, the link for the Zoom in the chat in case anybody wants to hop on. Copy invite link. Just give me a second to get my stuff together here, because, you know, I'm not a pro at doing this anymore. Good old days. I used to do this all the time. Hi, Mary. How are you? Just taking a bit of a break. Yeah, I was like, you know, I know somebody else is going to go live later, so I was like, you know what, let me just hop on now. Some stuff. I really need to fold laundry eventually and start packing for World Series of FUNDAY. So excited. I can't even tell you. But link is going into the chat right now, so if anybody wants to come on, they can. No waiting room. I don't think there's a waiting room, so if you want to come on, go ahead. I dare you. Come keep me company. And boy, great shirt I'm wearing tonight. Do apologize for that. And I played with the autofocus on the webcam, and apparently I can't really do anything about it. So I do apologize. I think if I sit back, it should do it less. And, you know, Bobby, did I get any nookie last night? You know, a girl does not kiss and tell. You know, she has her secret. She does things and she doesn't tell anybody about it. So we're not going to discuss what happened last night. I will say, did go to dinner, had some amazing fish and chips at my favorite local Irish pub, and then came back and drank a lot of tequila. What is it? Class Azul Plata is my favorite tequila now. Unfortunately, I can't afford to drink it all the time. Let's go for a walk. Yes, see you Thursday at Bally's. Just to kind of recap, I know I said it in last night's video, my plans, just in case anybody wants to tag along or attack me, you know, plan a drive-by, whatever malintentions or good intentions that you have towards me. So I should be at Bally's by like 1 p.m. on Thursday. I'll be leaving Bally's to head to Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum. I have a ticket for the 3 to 4 time slot. If anybody wants to go with me during that time slot, go online, buy yourself a ticket. I should be leaving Bally's probably like 2:15, hop on the monorail, and then it's like a 10-minute walk from the last monorail stop for it. So I'll be doing that and then heading back to Bally's, probably changing, eating dinner, and then heading over to see Absinthe, which is at Caesar's Palace in the tent. I've wanted to see that show for years. I hear it's amazing. I think it's going to be right up my alley. And for those who've seen it, you know, like, yeah, I hear I will like it. So I have like front row center seats to that. If you want to go with me, when I got my tickets, there were still tickets available in the seats next to me. I purposely sat in a place where there was only one seat to the right of me and there was still like 4 seats to the left. My seat for that, let me find it, is, oh, that's right, I had to look on my phone last night, didn't I? But let's see here. Actually, Mary, here's the beautiful thing about drinking really good liquor is you do not get hangovers. I kid you not. And as long as you stay hydrated. So you have to make sure you're drinking water. I drink a lot of seltzer. So I actually woke up feeling amazing this morning. Even after only 6 hours of sleep, I felt amazing. So no hangover here. And I think that's like one of the things, when you drink cheap stuff, you're going to get sick from it. But I drink electrolytes daily. I try to take care of myself. But anyway, so for Absinthe, my seat is section 1, row A, seat 6. You know, I'm treating myself to a nice seat for that show. So if you feel like coming along, you can. And then if we're not already Facebook friends, of course, please go find me on Facebook and send me a friend request, send me a message so I know who the heck you are. It's amazing how many people I don't know the difference between screen names and real life names. Like I have friends that I talk to all the time on Facebook Messenger from the Chase. And I feel bad because if they have a screen name, I don't know what it is. And like we've been talking for so long, I would not start asking what that screen name is at this point. So yes, Bobby, good answer. A true woman never talks about that stuff except with really good friends, maybe to her daughter to embarrass the crap out of her, things like that. Yeah, we hung out at my place after dinner. We had some snow, so I didn't really want to go anywhere. There wasn't much. It was like a light dusting pretty much, but there's a lot of farmland here and it was super windy yesterday. So I didn't want to travel far. So I made everybody travel to me last night. So, okay, Bobby, you need to behave yourself. Actually, no, this is hilarious. My friend did, he got to pet a lot and touch a lot because apparently he loved my cats. He was obsessed with my cats. Ellis, she was just like she gets all like lays on like on her back, belly exposed. Like you can't help but just want to go over and pet her. And then Fluffy, Phoenix, who was Sammy's cat, he is a total man whore. He will come after attention like nonstop. So yes, so my friend actually did get some petting last night on the cats. I don't know if that's what you meant or not, but he got some action from the kitty cats. So maybe not the pussy you were talking about, but still he got to play with the animals that were here. Yeah, only 6 hours of sleep. I think I went to bed around 2, woke up at 8. I didn't actually get out of bed till close to 11 though. I mean, I had to wake up at 6:30 to let the chickens out and then came back to bed. But I took my time this morning. Yeah, the water trick when you're drinking is huge. Like the secret is for every serving of alcohol you have to have a glass of water. Usually when I drink tequila, I drink it with seltzer or I drink it straight and I have a seltzer on the side. And I will say that that's usually my saving grace. Yeah. Thank you, Bobby. I know I'm awesome, but I always like to hear it from other people. Let's go, Frog. You have 6 screen names. Or can you list them all in the chat so I know what they are? And like, do I actually know who you are? I feel like I know who you are, but I mean, I don't know. My brain work has been incredibly crazy lately. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I'm going to have to put like headphones in now because somebody is coming to play with me. Where is, wrong thing. Hey, give me a second. I got to put some headphones in. So I can actually hear you. And I got to come over here. Can you hear me?
Hey, Mrs. Soul.
Hi, how are you doing, Copper Dan?
Not too bad. Just got done eating dinner. I was doing the dishes and my phone went bling.
Oh, you got the notification. That's awesome. So I'm still very disappointed that you're not coming to World Series of Fen. Like I can't even tell you.
You have no idea. I almost want it just to be over with because it's killing me inside, but it is what it is.
So did I hear that Packer Jack might be coming to World Series of Fen now?
Last night he kind of hinted towards that. So
okay. All right. Okay.
You should have come in and chat last night. I was
a little busy last night. Trying all the tequilas and having a great time. So, because you went like live 10 Eastern Standard Time. So
yeah,
I was feeling pretty good by 10 o'clock last night.
Oh, so. I was already like before we even started, and then I got up this morning. I just had a headache, but I walked out in the kitchen and I looked at what was left of the gin that I had opened. I went, oh, my wife said, yeah, you started off by measuring with the shot glass. And she goes, the last time I saw you run in, you just poured. and she was like, you're putting too much gin in that gin and tonic.
So was last night's episode reminiscent of Adam's time on Susie's channel? Was it that good?
I wasn't in there on New Year's Eve, and I I always meant to watch that because I heard about it, but I didn't. I
Oh,
just heard.
it was great. Like, let me tell you, like I fast forwarded until Adam got on, and then I kept fast forwarding here and there, but I actually watched like 4 hours of it. I was rolling. I mean, I was just dying. It kept getting better and better and better and better. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check
Go back
that
and
out.
watch it. Yeah. So I love your backdrop.
Oh yeah, I don't even know why that's even on there, but it is.
It is.
I think last night I was probably not realizing what I was doing. I looked at some of the messages I typed last night. I'm like, oh my God.
So
Apparently.
how often are you guys going to go live?
So right now it's every Tuesday. We may switch it to Wednesday, so we're not driving over the top of Indy. But it'll be Tuesday or Wednesday will be the Copper Factory, and that's a structured show, 1 hour long ish. And we got our things to cover. We're going to keep it at that, so you don't like last night turned into 4 hours. But last night was just a show about nothing. It was like Saturday night. If you're not doing anything, jump in chat, grab a beverage, and we're just going to tell stories, and we're going to try to. I kind of mended things with candy and just have fun. It's like I see so many people getting upset with so much fighting going on. It's like, this isn't even worth it. I mean, the chase is over and we were all such good friends. We managed to stay good friends all the way through the chase. And then the chase ended. And because we have controversy of opinions, difference of opinions on how the chase ended, and we're beating each other up over it. It's like it's not worth this guy back here.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people are holding on to the chase because of the connections and the relationships that they built. And I don't know. I was like, let me just start going live because I am so excited about World Series and finally meeting people. But I think maybe we all need to give people just a safe place just to come hang out and still be a community, even if we don't have a chase to go after and, all the drama involved with it as well. Like we can still hang out and have a good time.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're all internet buddies. So like, why not just do it like that? Of course, I don't have a drink tonight. I'm
not drinking. In fact, I still got the glass from last night.
I have my bottle of water. I got that, but yeah, I'm trying to behave myself tonight.
Earlier yesterday, I did my long run, 17 miles, and then come home and got, so I'm dehydrated already. And then you drink. So I got up this morning, I had a coffee. I actually felt fine, went for a short run and just kind of chilled out today.
There is a product, Dr. Berg's, he does like keto stuff, but he has like the best supplement line, and he's got this electrolyte powder, and it has no sugar in it, but it is like the bomb. You take a scoop, you put it in a bottle of water, you shake it up, and I mean, it's the perfect hangover cure. You're going to have to look into it. So.
Well, I don't drink that often, so hopefully it doesn't.
Well, I mean, if you're running and you're going and you need electrolyte replenishment, like anytime you sweat, you should. But it is like I drink it every morning.
Do you know what's weird with winter? So yesterday, I think it was like 8 degrees, but I'm actually hot most of the run because you're just working. So for 3 hours, I'm actually, but because it's winter. Like I don't even bring water with. I got these bars, they're keto bars and they're peanut butter. I throw one in my pocket just to have a little bit of calories along the way because it's so cold though. I don't. Now, if you turn that same run into June when it's 85 degrees, oh yeah.
See, I'm not a runner, so I feel bad for you just hearing about your running. I do. I'm sorry.
This is what I love to do. I don't want to bore people with it.
I'm glad you love it. Like my best friend, she runs like every day on a treadmill on her lunch break. And,
treadmill running. I have a treadmill, a very nice treadmill I'm looking at. I only run on it when I absolutely can't be outside running.
But I do want to point out, Holy said something about how Dan is always a gentleman. So obviously she has not seen like the comments that you leave on my Facebook posts. I would not change them for the world, though. I love them.
I just like I like to stir the pot and have fun. It's nothing more.
It's like, no, the copper tan can be naughty sometimes, every once in a while, but just apparently on my Facebook post. So,
You're just lucky I'm not coming, because if there's a party bus involved and alcohol, I mean,
I heard about the party bus. Was it last year?
2 years. 2 years. Well, yeah, 2.
Let me just tell you, I have high expectations of World Series of Fun. And we all know that some of my plans got a little sidetracked. So I'm like starting all over again. But the universe always gives us what we need, not necessarily what we want. So I can't wait to see what the universe is going to bring me in Vegas.
I have always had a good time hanging out with searchers. The drama seems to not follow us into an actual one-on-one a meeting setting. And I don't come with plans. I'm just like, whatever. Next thing we know, we're on a party bus and we're down in Fremont Street. And I'd never been to Fremont Street before. And actually, I lie. I had been there before. I've been there the very first Vegas World Series of Fun. I stayed till into Monday. So on Sunday night, me and Nelica, my dad, and Mike, because this was before Mike and Christy were like, they were kind of a thing, but no one really knew. So Christy flew home back to, and Mike took us down to Fremont Street, and we went ziplining, and just that is an experience. Let's just call it that.
I remember the first time I ever went to Vegas was for a work trip. Apparently, our brand did so well that they rewarded us with like our annual meeting in Vegas. It was the first time they ever did it. Needless to say, it was the last time they were ever going to do it as well, because we spent way too much money on alcohol and there was just way too many shenanigans. But we did go, we started drinking at 3:00 on the last day. We ended up at Fremont Street at some point. I remember zip lining down Fremont Street. I'm wearing a skirt and I'm zip lining down Fremont Street. That's how I remember. Yeah, it was amazing.
only like ODSO can do.
But yeah, like all the guys were like, we're gonna go zip lining, and I'm like, cool, I'm gonna go too because the company's paying for it. Of course, I'm gonna do it.
Which one did you do? Did you do the sit down one or the Superman?
I think it was a sit down one. Okay. Yeah, it was definitely the sit down one. But they looked at me and they're like, you're wearing a skirt, and I'm like, so I remember I rode a bull that night. I mean, nothing was going to stop me. I was going to have fun regardless.
It's Fremont Street. You probably fit right in. Nobody even knows.
I had a lot of great blackmail pictures after that trip. One of my coworkers, oh gosh, his name was Marty. He's no longer a coworker now, but I got some great pictures of Marty. I feel like, the end of that night, we're not going to talk about that, because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Or ends up on YouTube, but
touche. And I plan on doing a lot of Snapchats while I'm in Vegas. So if you don't have Snapchat, Copper Dan, you should get some a Snapchat, download it.
I kind of do have it, but I don't really know what it's kind of like one of those things somebody talked me into loading, and I think I used it once, and I have it, so I'll have to find you.
Well, first thing, when you open the app, you're going to go up and you're going to hit the little person and a plus button, and you're going to search Odious Soul. I'm going to pop up and you're going to add me as a friend. And then you're going to set up alerts. So every time I load something up, that you get an alert. And then when you open the app, you're going to swipe, I think, to the left, and then it's going to show you like stories of any friend you have. And then you can click on my story and you can see anything that I post. Cool. And it's only there for 24 hours, which is why it's going to go on Snapchat and not on YouTube, because there's certain things that I don't think should be public for forever.
So when we went to Fremont Street, Nelica's like, Copper Dan, we should go ziplining. And I'm looking up at that and I'm like, all right. She goes, but we should do the Superman. I'm like, all right, I guess we're going to do this. We're going to do this. So I'm like, okay, so we buy the tickets. It's like $40. We had to wait an hour, but your time comes up, and we went in and they put some of the suits on you, and then I think you walked up some stairs. I think there was an elevator. I mean, you go up like 80 feet or so. I mean, you're way up.
Mhm.
And so we get up there and she's like, maybe I don't want to do this. I'm like, we are freaking here. You're doing it. So before, I'm trying to keep just talking to her, keep her mind busy because I can see she's getting a little bit freaked out. So you have to lay on this table and then they finish cinching you up and they clip onto the D-ring on the back. And then the table lowers away, hydraulics go down. And so now you're just floating. And we're kind of just hanging there. And all of a sudden it's getting time. And just there's this door in this front of you and it just falls forward. And then you take off. And I just before I could tell when the door was going to go, I look over at Nelica. I'm like, Nelica, I go, are you clipped in, right? She's like, what? And it went clink. And she's like, so she's screaming, Copper, Dad, I hate you.
Oh my God.
Oh, that was so fun. So
at least she was safe. But yeah, oh my gosh, no. So what's new in your world? How much snow do you guys got right now?
So where I live, we've got about maybe a total of like a foot. It's enough, the snowmobile trails, you can go snowmobiling, skiing, snowshoeing, but the northern part of the state where I grew up in, there's like, it's past your waist. I mean, they got a big snowfall this winter.
Yeah, no, I'm so tired of snow. We haven't had any large amounts like that, thank goodness, but it seems like it just keeps snowing.
Where are you at? You're in
and I'm in central Maryland. So you
guys just got it, didn't you?
No, we only got an inch here. It was more coastal that they got the big totals. Okay. So we lucked out this time, and most of the snow has been heading south. So like North Carolina, Virginia keep getting slammed, and we end up with just like 1 to 4 inches, and then it freezes and it's icy. And every time I go to tuck in the chickens or wake them up, I'm just sliding and slipping. It's like I got to ice skate, around the coop. It's hilarious. But hold on. Let's go for a walk says I don't get to show your face on Snapchat. So maybe I'll have to bring like little like fake faces. So if people don't want to actually be in my Snapchats, they can just hold up like a little mask in front of them. I don't know. If you don't want me to video you or take pictures of you, please just let me know. And if you see me in Vegas, please, I don't know a lot of your faces. Obviously, you know what I look like. I'm a tall redhead with tattoos. So I stand out in the crowd. Please come up and introduce yourself. Please come give me a hug. If you don't want to hug, please put your arms like this because I will try to hug everybody, especially if alcohol is involved. So just to warn you ahead of time, I am a hugger. I'm a lover. I'm nice.
When we all went to Fremont Street, when we got the party bus, so we didn't go right to Fremont Street. We went to a couple of bars. So when we ended up on Fremont Street, I was hammered. Well, everybody that was drinking was already. And Mike goes, "Do you want something to drink, Copper?" And I'm like, "All right." And so he's like, "What do you want?" And I couldn't. I'm like, "What are you getting?" He goes, "I'm going to get a Jack and Coke." I'm like, just get me that. So I watched the guy pour it, and it was like all Jack with a shot of Coke. I'm like, "Oh boy, oh boy." I nursed it because I knew I'm like, if I mean, they'll have to carry me out of here. I'll be unconscious if I just drink all this right away.
What I've noticed is bartenders definitely get heavier handed the later the night goes. I know when I went for my bachelorette party, like it was like the third or fourth stop we had, like we ordered one drink and there was definitely 3 shots of tequila in each glass. And it was like, oh my gosh, we love this bartender. But 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I mean, definitely couldn't handle that. We got a little trash that night. I'm going to try to behave myself in Vegas though. I'm really going to try.
Are you a gambler?
No. Okay. So let me correct that. I have a very addictive personality. So I know if I start gambling, bad things are going to happen. So I try not to gamble.
The hard part is to know when to quit. I got on the roulette table and Nelica taught me how to play. And I was up. And it's like, and I cashed out and I walked away. I mean, I had made a couple $1,000 and it just killed me because I just wanted to go back. And I'm like, I just didn't know because you're going to lose it all.
Yep.
I just forced him, like, go find something. I just like this, go find something. I go out to eat, go find something to do. I stayed away. And then we hit, like, towards the end, we did the like, you're almost ready to go and you go put some money in the slot, and like Nelica hits $1,000. I'm like, you are so lucky. Oh my gosh, she is. Yeah, she's lady.
I'm
Like,
not
hang out.
lucky.
I wish she was with, because she's like, just hang out. Whatever she does, do that, because you will win money.
Yeah, I have no luck when it comes to that stuff. It's just like donating money. It's like, here, just donating money. And I am not well off. I mean, I have a problem where I like to spend the money that I get on really cool things. So it's not like I have like a whole bunch of money in a savings account someplace that I can pull out. So
we would get along.
I like things. I like buying things. I like doing things. Saving, I mean, yes, I got like a 401k and I invest in stocks and stuff, but like nothing is like disposable income. I don't have like, I just don't have disposable income. So I have a huge entertainment budget, but I'm not wasting that on gambling. That is for sure.
I think Davio is going to be there now for sure.
I heard that he's definitely working on it. Like, it's getting closer. And
well,
looks like K-Pro is in chat. Hey, Christy, welcome. So, but yeah, so I heard he got some money, and it's just a couple final little pieces, and he should be there. I'm excited to meet him.
He is everything that you thought he would be and more. He is just this character that's bigger than life. And I roomed with him, and that was an experience. Like, here's this shy little, I'm not like well, you know how I am on Facebook, but that's a little bit just, I'm a little more talk than actual do. Or so here I am rooming with Davio, and he is everything that you've heard.
He was in chat last night. I didn't know he rock climbed. And he does some pretty impressive climbs. Like, I don't really know too much about him, like personal life wise. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I was having an anxiety attack just thinking about some of the climbs that he's done. So I'm like, oh my God.
He's done those big climbs in, I can't think of the rock, half dome. I know he's done half dome. Well, he fell. That's what kind of ended. He fell like 50 feet. He was climbing with his girlfriend. Something went wrong, and he fell. That's like a long ways to fall onto rocks. And he messed himself up. And
yeah, it's my ex-stepdad used to rock climb, and he got me into it. And I'm terrified of heights. I am so terrified of heights, but I will always put effort into it, and I will try to conquer my fears. That doesn't mean I'm happy when I'm doing it, but so like we've gone to like rock gyms and stuff. Like, I know how to belay, I know how to tie all the fun little knots. I do want to make a comment for Let's Go for a Walk. So, he said, so vodka, sex addiction. I do not drink vodka. I only drink tequila. And sex addiction is actually really funny. Okay, it's not really funny as a sex addiction is not really funny, but it was funny because one day a friend was talking about how they thought they might have a sex addiction. So I like Googled like what qualifies you for having a sex addiction. And I text a friend like, you might have a sex addiction if you Google what qualifies for a sex addiction. I thought it was hilarious, but
I'll have to Google it and find out, because like, is it like every man in the world?
No, it's pretty much when you do things that are reckless and can harm you. Like, if you're going out and you're doing like, I don't know, like glory holes or things like that. Like, if you're doing risky things, like if you're just having like random hookups and you don't know the person you're with and you're not using protection, or like you would do anything like to get your fix. Like you can't go a week without it. So like you do shady stuff in order to get it, and you're just not really thinking about mental or physical health and well-being. Like, that's like pretty much the big thing. If you let it consume you to where it messes with your work or your family life, like if it's interfering with your, life in any way or your health, then you probably have a sexual addiction. So as long as you can keep it in control and you're doing things smart, doesn't count, right? So Nadel mentions about spends too much
conversation.
money at a petting zoo. I'm like, does that mean like the strip clubs in Vegas? Is that what you mean by the petting zoo? I mean, you're not really allowed to pet at the strip clubs though, but anyway, all right. But yeah, no, I always have fun conversations, especially now that we're not talking about, you know, Chase stuff. So we can talk about anything that comes up. Like, yeah, Holy last night was like, how much do you want me to moderate? I'm like, I don't want anybody beating each other up. They can say anything they want. Just I don't want nobody trash talking anybody else. Like that's like the limit for me. You can talk about anything crazy. That's cool. Just keep it happy between people. Like, you know, don't call anybody a name. You can be as crazy as you want otherwise. So
I hadn't made Huli a moderator in my chat because I kind of felt bad. Like she's always got to be the mod. And I'm like, I just want her to come and enjoy. Well, I saw somebody kind of needling her a little bit. So I'm like, click. And all of a sudden he's like, oh my God, she's a mod. All of a sudden.
Yeah, last night I made a few people moderators. I made a couple people beg to be moderators, like say please and stuff. And then I know I gave it to Bobby, but I took it away from Bobby because that was just fun to do. Sorry, Bobby. You know, I let you have it for a little bit to post the link, but then, you know, can't let you have too much power. So,
you know, when I became a mod in Cow's channel, it's like I became, you know, you can become hated because you're trying to mod and you've got, I mean, back when we used to get 400 or 500 people in chat and it's just flying by. And so I can't concentrate. All I'm looking for is inappropriate things and trying to handle them. And the next thing I know, I'm getting emails, hate emails. I'm like, well, this sucks.
It's like there's pressure to be a moderator, you know. It's like you want to be involved and you want to pay attention, but then you're like looking at the chat and trying to judge, well, is this bad enough, is this not bad enough, like is this kind of questionable? Now like I guess the question is like, do people know who blocks their comments?
No.
Okay, all right.
No, and I thought they did because I thought they I mean, if you're the only mod in chat, then yes, but if there's there's 4 mods, then you don't know which one got you.
Yeah.
Huli is a very good. I sometimes just watch what she does and I see it's like, as she's running the range really tight that night, I'm like, okay, I'll work with her on this. And she's just kind of letting some stuff slide. Then that's kind of what like last night I was drinking and I was dropping F-bombs. And normally that would be like a big, like if people were dropping F-bombs in chat, I'd be like, delete. Now, last night I was like, yeah, if I'm doing it, it's my page. You can pretty much, it was just all friends and we were just there to
have a good old time.
Just have a good time.
Like Cabra said, the other mods can tell. Yeah, that's kind of cool when you can see like who blocks what or who lets something go. And I mean,
just
that I knew. I didn't know if the non-mods could tell. I didn't know if just like regular people. Oh, look, Adam's here. Hi, Adam. How are you?
Adam Foddy, the flute master, the bone flute master.
No, Shannon's not getting a bone flute tattoo now. I still got to figure out what tattoo to get because I do want to get a tattoo. I got the little tiny ink and I haven't been tattooed in over like 10 years and I'm really itching for more ink now. I was asking people last night, like
I've thought about
Chase related tattoos to get. And maybe I'll just get something from the poem, just something short from the poem tattooed on me, maybe, or a quote of Forrest. I don't know, something short and sweet, maybe.
Heavy loads.
So, well, we were talking about strategic placement of tattoos last night as well. So you put that in the wrong place. I mean, no, heavy loads will not be an option. Not going to consider that. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll get like, whoever gets really wasted at Vegas, maybe we'll get them to put that like on their like butt cheek or something. I'm sure we can convince somebody.
The blaze with an arrow.
I was thinking like that little crescent moon with like the bird and the nest would be a cute little tattoo somewhere. Like that's kind of simple and sweet, not too much, you know. maybe with a little bit more shading. Somebody said to do like a scenery, like some kind of scenery with like Fenn's shadow over top of it. And I was like, I don't really know if I want Fenn's shadow like anywhere on my body like that. I don't know. Like that
No,
might be a little too much.
I like the bird, the dove or whatever it is in the moon. That's kind of cool.
Of course, do you know I'm writing a song for the chase, right?
Yes, yes, we talked about that.
So I did read the lyrics to it last night. I didn't sing it. We haven't played it. My guitar music man's still like messing with like levels and mastering it and stuff. So it's probably not gonna be ready for World Series of Fun, even though that is his deadline. So if he doesn't get it done, he will be punished. But I don't know how good of a quality we'll get by World Series of Fun. But maybe I'll do like a quote from that, because I pulled a lot of stuff from the poem to write the song. So maybe I'll do something like that.
Well, I just finished actually when I get up with you, I'm going to go run back out. I made a couple of really cool things, and I've got to get them out either tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm going to 2-day them to Vegas. So you guys should have some good prizes.
Nice. Yeah, I started painting doing a painting for a prize, and sad to say that I'm not going to have it finished. I got to a place and I just never finished it. So my painting will not be there.
You know, I have known about this, and I always know, like, I mean, I knew when the World Series of Fun was for like months and months, but it's just my MO. I wait, and it's like, okay, I got to do this. I got to get going now. And it's like, oh my God.
The problem with oil painting is it takes a little while to dry.
Yeah, I know. Especially if you're putting it on with a palette knife, it's going on thick, then it takes more time.
Yeah, I just kept procrastinating. And I was like, well, I got January, and I cut down my social calendar thinking, oh, I have plenty of time. And I don't know how I stay so busy. I start off a week with no plans. Like this past week, I went out for dinner 4 times. And I started the week with 0 plans.
Man, you're just
popular,
a social butterfly. Popular.
In my marriage, I didn't really do anything, and I ignored a lot of friends. And so now I'm making up for lost time. And, even when somebody cancels on me, like they did last night, I ended up finding something else to do very quickly. So, all right, I'm just going to put the Zoom link back in the chat in case anybody else wants to hop on. No pressure, people. I was all by myself all last night, so I'm so happy that Copper Dan decided to come on and say hi with me.
I'm gonna give you about 7 more minutes, and then I've got to.
All right.
My wife took my daughter to confirmation class, and I want to be the good husband. And when she comes in, I want the kitchen to be perfect.
Oh, how sweet.
See, when men do things like that, it's like, we're like, hey, honey, look what I did. Look what I did. Look what I did.
Yeah, you need to be pat on the back. Yeah, you need that.
Where she does it, it's like, well, that's just you do.
That's her job. Yeah.
Well, I've never said that. No, I don't put.
You know what? My mother has said things like that. So, like, there are things that I am obsessed over when it comes to housekeeping. Dishes is not one of them. Okay, I cook. So therefore, I do not feel I need to wash the dishes. Somebody else needs to wash them for me.
I can cook, but I am a messy cook.
I mean, I will do dishes as I'm cooking, but I mean, if I'm tired after dinner, if my belly is really full or whatever, I'm not going to do the dishes, and I don't care. It does not bother me. It bothers my mother extensively, and it's like an obsession.
Yes, my wife couldn't sit down until it was done.
And my mother has made a comment. Well, it is your job as a woman to do the dishes. It's like, what? Like, excuse me? Like, did you just take women's stereotypes back like 20 years? Like, did you just hear what you said? It's not a woman's place to do anything that they don't want to do. I don't know. I have
the one thing I tend to not ever do is the laundry, because when I tried, I usually F it up.
That is hilarious. No, I mean, I used to not know how to do laundry correctly. It took me a long time, like I would wash everything in like hot water, which is not good for blacks. Like, I don't know, maybe my mom failed at teaching me how to do laundry correctly, but we're okay now. Like, now there's a delicate cycle. There's all whites. Everything gets better attention and care. So
We've
but
heard about
anyway.
Shannon's delicates. You post them on Facebook.
No, that's not a delicate. That was a corset. That was different.
Okay, maybe that's more on the not delicate
When
side,
I think of my delicates, I think of daily undergarments, and and nice silk and like fancy tops and things like that, or different leggings. Like leggings get washed in delicate cycle. Stockings. The corset. Yeah, I mean, I did post that one, but that did come with a lot of memories. Like I've had that since my late 20s. And it had many good years. Like I think the funniest thing was though when it went missing from my closet, and I found it in my daughter's closet, and then I found Snapchat pictures, and like she took pictures of herself in this, and I'm like, why would you steal my lingerie? Like, why would you steal my lingerie to do this? Like it's
Oh my
one thing if you
God.
want to take sexy pictures, I get it, but in your mom's lingerie, like that should not be allowed. So.
I have no comments, nothing. I have two daughters, and some boy would be dead.
How old are your daughters?
She's turning 16 in 16 days.
Okay. So yeah. So is your
then
daughter a good girl?
Yes, she is actually,
Okay.
but which worries me because her mom was quiet and a good girl, and I know.
You know how the good girls are. It's funny. My youngest, Zishan, Thanksgiving evening, she wanted to play poker after everybody left, just me and her. So we played some Texas Hold'em together. And she's just starting to opening up about stuff, like just going on and everything. And I'm sitting there and I'm like anybody can talk to me about anything. I'm a very open person. Like there's nothing you can say to shock me. But my 19-year-old daughter telling me things that I was not expecting, of things that she, from years ago when she was in high school. I'm sitting there and just like, I don't know what to say. I'm kind of freaking out inside. I'm afraid to say the wrong thing. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do? And I was like, I thought you were the innocent one. And she's like, well, with a sister like Sammy, it was easy to look innocent. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, oh.
That's funny.
So yeah, it's scary.
It's my oldest is scary. She's 4.0 student. If she's not doing her homework, she's playing her clarinet. She's just my daughter
was a 4.0 student in high school too.
I know, and it's because her mom was. We've told her, like, don't put so much pressure on yourself with the grades. It's like, because you're going to disappoint yourself someday, and then you're going to come down on yourself. So like this, you're doing. I said that's one thing we've never had to, both of the girls, is say anything about, is your homework done? Because it just, I mean, we see their grades every quarter, so they're apparently, whatever they're doing it right. And I was not that person. I was not the person that the school was calling my parents, and then you get my ass kicked, and then repeat.
I was really good. There was one teacher freshman year, I took a typing class and he gave me a C every single quarter. And I remember just how much that made me feel defeated, because it's typing. It's an elective. It doesn't even matter. You're learning how to type on a keyboard. And he gave me a C. And I just remember thinking, like, I'm never going to be valedictorian. Like, why should I even try to get good grades from here on out? Like, I'll still never forget that man. Hate him. Like, I saw, like, there's very few people in my life that I hate, but he is like, he's probably dead now. Mr. Bodner was his name. But yeah, if I ever saw him, if he's still alive, you better look out. But yeah, no, when she got to college though, it was harder for her to keep up good grades, and she really struggled. Like she actually is changing her major completely because she just feels like she's not excelling at that same level that she was in high school, and she's really beating herself up about it. Oh, and Angeline's in here. Hey, gorgeous. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat.
Speaking of singers.
Yes. Yeah, I love her music. I just I sent her a Dropbox. I shared a Dropbox folder with her of all the music that I'm working on. So she's actually heard, not the finalized version, but she's heard it. I think Adam's heard it too, the song. God, I mean, I think it's coming along so much more,
Well,
so much better than I ever thought it would be.
I hope you don't do a Snapchat of that. I hope you actually do a video so I can.
What the song? It's going to be out somewhere. We just don't know where it'll be out to. Like I would like to share it with the community. I was really hoping to be able to give have a QR code where people could go download it at World Series of Fun. But like I said, I don't think a good version is going to be finished by then. So, but I don't know if we're going to put it like on SoundCloud, or if we're just going to have it someplace where people can download it. Like, I don't know what we're going to do with it yet, but and I still got to talk to Jens because I was originally writing it for his documentary. So I don't even know what he wants me to do with it. I still need to catch up with him. He's been so busy lately. So
I know I haven't seen him at all lately.
Yeah, I think he's still planning on going to. I think he's still planning on going to Vegas.
I know. I got to touch because I was supposed to hook up with him out there, and we were going to go shoot some video, but we're gonna have to figure something else out. Either he has to come to Minnesota, or I'm gonna have to fly out there, or whatever.
Yeah, I would love to like reshoot with Jens because I was very tired and hungover the day that I recorded with him. That Sunday was not the best representation of myself. I remember being like, I better look good on this because I don't feel very good right now. So we'll see if I am included in any of the documentary and what it looks like. And I was a little sassy out there too. I was so, when I went to West Yellowstone, marriage was freshly over. I had a lot of mixed feelings about Forrest at the time. There was just a lot of mixed feelings. So who is this Robert person who's joining us? I don't know who Robert is. Do you know Robert?
No, I don't.
Like,
this should be interesting.
Oh, it's always interesting. Robert, can you hear us?
You're muted, Robert.
Yeah, you're on mute. Look for the microphone button and hit it. And you should turn on your video too, because I want to see what you look like, because I don't know who you are. Like, I'm looking in the chat. He's probably like, oh crap, I don't want it to say Robert. I want it to say something else. What is your 7 minutes up, Copper Dan? Do you have to go clean the kitchen now?
I got it. I got stuff I really got to go do. I would love to just sit here and do nothing, but it's fun. But you're going live a lot, so I'll come back on again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go live. I told myself I'm gonna go live every single day through World Series of Fun, and probably not for very long. Like, some of the days I'm going to be in Vegas. I might be drunk. I might be hungover. Lord only knows what it's going to look like. So, so definitely keep an eye out. Make sure those notifications are on, and feel free to come back and harass me anytime.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now, Robert. I can't see you though.
Okay. Well, a few days.
I'm going to bug out. Hey,
All
Davio, nice to see you. I'm taking off right now, but
okay. I'm still walking my way through this, Shannon.
That's okay. There should be you got unmuted. Now can you find like the camera video button and hit that so we can see you?
Can you hear me? Yeah, I got a little black thing over the camera, so the camera doesn't work.
Oh, well, so you don't want us to see you. I got it. Okay.
Okay. Well, I got to get back, and I believe I got to put. No, I got that on mute. Okay, so.
You're not on mute. We definitely hear you.
Okay. Well, no, I was trying to do what I did on Susie's channel, and I'm all over here. Okay, and now I got that back.
All right,
no, what's going on here is that when my first time on a live chat was on Susie's channel here about a week ago, and I was able to put the Zoom in the background and still watch the YouTube, so I could keep an eye on what was going on in chat. And
gotcha. Yeah, as long as when you're watching, like you can't hear it, like it's muted, so that's perfect. And which right now you sound good. So.
No, I got to do the Zoom one. I can't see the chat part right now because I want to keep going back. So.
All right.
No, I just come on to join. I've teased you off and on.
Wait, are you Bobby? Are you the Bobby in chat?
Let's go for a walk.
Oh, you're Let's go for a walk. Okay.
Go
okay.
For a walk. See, what happened was that I didn't realize when I went into Zoom that my actual name came up.
Oh, we know who you are now. Look out.
Well, you see, my email comes to you under the name Fred and a few other aliases.
Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like it's like I feel like I knew who you were, but like I don't actually know what you look like. We're not friends on Facebook, are we?
No,
Are we?
that's still. I don't do Facebook.
Oh man, everybody
I
does
don't have an
Facebook.
Instagram. I don't have a Twitter account. You know, hey, you know, I'm old school, really old school.
So,
hey, Davio, I see you in the right corner there.
Yeah, Davio. So Vegas coming up soon, and you're gonna make it, right?
Yes, I just got my flight. I got my hotel room. I'm at the Flamingo. I'll be at
Awesome.
dinner. I'll be at 5
Awesome.
o'clock dinner at the Hole in the Wall, man.
Awesome. I'm excited to meet you in person.
It'll be great to see you. I love my little back and forth about Rush and rock climbing because it's
Oh my gosh.
two realities, right?
I mean, well, I love the rock climbing stuff. I get anxiety thinking about doing it to the extent that you have done it. Like that's so above my level, completely above my level. You know, yeah, Rush. Like I remember being in middle school and like renting or like borrowing like the Rush CDs, and I loved them back then. And I don't know what happened. At some point, I just stopped liking them. And
Yep.
I think there was a guy like actually it was Sammy's dad. He loved this band called King Diamond. And
I've heard that.
And I think it was that man's voice that just ruined me for every like higher pitched male singer from that point on. So it didn't matter if I liked them previously. From that point on, it was like no. And it's bad because I used to be like into a lot of like heavy metal and like metal stuff. But a lot of those singers sing a little bit on the higher scale. And after that,
it gets too much for sure.
Yeah, so King Diamond, it's all his fault. It ruined everything. So
a lot of that's, prog rock, from Yes and all that kind of stuff. But nonetheless, there is a place, by the way, out there in Red Rocks where you can actually see, safely from the ground some of this rock climbing stuff.
Yeah, I've been out to Red Rocks. It's beautiful out there. I think I did that on my second trip to Vegas because we actually rented a car. I drove to California because I always had like nightmares when I was a kid about going to California, like something really bad would happen. So I was kind of terrified to actually go to California, which I know all these California people are gonna be like, yeah, whatever. But I don't know, maybe I would fall in love with it and like it would ruin my life because I would want to move there. I don't know. But we did drive into California and then like turned left and just went down and came back just so I could say that I officially had been in the state, but
touched it. I touched it.
I touched it. I was there and it was really cool. I saw my first like dust devil, like little mini tiny like tornado thingy. It was so cool. It was definitely, but yeah.
So what are you there Wednesday or Thursday or Friday? Or?
I fly in Wednesday. I'm going to be staying with Cynthia Wednesday night. She's graciously offered to host me. So we got that going on, and then I'll be back at Bailey's by Thursday midday. I want to be there like 1 o'clock to check in and kind of get situated. And then I'm going to the Haunted Museum. I got my ticket for between the 3 and 4 o'clock time slot. So probably leaving Bally's about 2:15 to go to that. After I leave there, do dinner somewhere. And I'm okay doing this all by myself. If anybody wants to join me, I've put the information at the beginning of this. You feel free to see where I'm sitting. I'm going to see Absinthe, the show, Thursday night. But I'm okay doing things as a single woman all by myself. I'm just saying. But if anybody wants to join me, feel free to buy a ticket and come sit next to me. So, and then after that show, I am all ready for whoever's in town and who wants to start drinking.
Dig it.
Yes, Molly, I did get the VIP ticket for Zach Baggins' Haunted Museum. I did go for the VIP ticket. I decided to treat myself. And actually, Adam, no, Cynthia has something different planned for me for drinks. We're going to be sipping on Di Serono. So I know that's one of your favorites. So we will be sipping on Di Serono instead. And Di Serono makes me feel very warm and fuzzy and cuddly. It's like I drink a glass of Di Serono and I just feel like I put a blanket on. I don't know, probably made me fall asleep really fast.
I feel that way anytime I just see Cynthia. I just feel all cuddly and wanted to just hug her and stuff. I got to meet her briefly and was hoping that I would get to see more of her later when I was in Vegas. But it was great to actually hang out with her for a minute. It's like, I can relate to you, Peter Frampton. It's a joke. And so it was just really great to, actually, the diversity of friends is a blast. I got, you got Sammy from the East over here, you know what I mean? So we're having some little spaghetti with him, right? And then I got Jana, which is going to be killer steaks. So, so I've got these little, it's all about the food, really. And I think there might be some infusion going on with Molly here, because we can't go to speakeasies. They're not open. So
really?
Yeah, they don't.
I think I saw something like that in the chat. Yeah.
The places where they have hookah bars, they really don't shine on you, drop it in a big chunk of pot and their little hookah, they get kind of wound up. So usually, I don't know, I'm sure we'll find some place we can kind of hang out and smoke and everything. But last year, we got to hang out in this little foyer that was on the way to K-Pro's suite. And Nemo sat and just played the piano, little noodling out, little freaking innocuous, not real songs, but real pretty. It was great. JK was chilling on the couch. I think he took a nap. And Jana was there. We were all just chilling. A scene like that would be great. This is after we all had our night of gambling. It was cocktails and away from the noise.
I mean I might have to try an edible while I'm out there because
no.
Why?
Take it home with you. Okay, because you'll finish in sleepy time.
Well, I guess it depends on what's in it. I do pretty good with sativa heavy hybrids. Okay, so I don't know what they put in edibles or anything, so I don't know that because I'm just saying
it's just the way
you don't want to experiment on the road.
Do you smoke pot every day?
I am not a big smoker at all. I very rarely do it as it is.
Kick your ass.
But I know when we went for our bachelorette parties, a lot of people in my wedding party were excited about the edibles and they had a really good time. Oh, yeah. So I did not do any, and I'm like, you know what? I have not done edibles since I was 21 years old. This is a great story, actually. So I was dating a guy, and he had to convince me to go out with him. He had to kind of manipulate me because he was of a larger stature, and I was not into larger guys. Bellies, So anyway, but he convinced me to go out with him because he said I wouldn't date him because he was fat, and I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, you're right. I'm not going to date you because you're fat. But I was like, no, you're a really great guy. Sure, I will go out with you. Gosh, I can't believe I'm telling this story on oh my gosh. But anyway, it makes me sound like a horrible person. But I wasn't physically attracted to him, but he was hilarious. He's actually a comedian now. He does stand up now. Regardless, his roommate decided to bake brownies. Yeah, his roommate baked some brownies one night, and we were going to go to a hardcore show. And I love brownies. Brownies are my weakness. Home cooked brownies, the cheap box. I mean, so I had an entire brownie, and they were so good. Guess what I did? I had a second brownie. Now, most people drink. I mean, most people will eat a quarter of a brownie or a small fraction of a brownie. Yes. They don't even eat a whole one. I'd only ever done edibles at events, festivals and stuff.
It's gotten better. So when you have a gummy from these infusion gummy things, they're freaking awesome.
Well, it depends on how many milligrams are in it. But no, Davio, this story is not over yet. We go to this hardcore show, and I'm getting ready to fall asleep. And he's looking at me. He's like, "Do you want to go home?" I'm like, "Yeah, we need to get out of here." So we go home, and and we're knocking boots, and I'm passing out. And he looks at me, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah. Just hurry up. I want to go to bed."
That's right.
That's why I haven't done edibles since, because
exactly.
You
kick your ass.
he was just like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. And it was so funny. It was, and again, this is over 20 years ago, but it's one of those memories where every time anybody asks me, do you want this edible? I'm like, I better not.
I'll pass. You know what they're really great for is if you got a grandparent. They're the best for the gummy bears for the grandparent. Oh man, because they come in different strengths, right? So you got a grandparent with aches and pains, and you don't want them on OxyContin. Here, Grammy, just have one of these little gummies. Just don't have more than 5 a day. It'll be all good. And
yeah, my mom was taking like heavy
good,
CBD
right?
ones with just a tiny little bit of THC for delivery. But I think she can stop that. But yeah.
Is there a poker game tonight? Because
I have no idea. I have no idea if there is actually.
Sammy, if you're watching, K-Pro, turn on a game. Yes, and I'll need a ride probably from the airport on Wednesday at around 11, 12 o'clock. I'm coming in with a backpack, maybe. That's it.
Wait, when are you coming in? When are you getting there, Davio?
Wednesday at around, I think it's 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Okay. I think I fly in like 12 something on Wednesday.
There you go. We'll hang out, wait for K-Pro, take a ride. Roll out to the desert. No,
actually, I'm gonna look up my flights now.
I'll make some shrooms. It'll be a Jim Morrison moment in the desert. Dude.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
kidding about
you know what? It's going to be a long week because I arrive on Wednesday. I leave on Sunday. I figure I have to be somewhat good Wednesday and Thursday. Maybe I don't want to be too bad Friday night. Like Saturday night, I can let go because then I can just.
Right? The poker game is Saturday.
Saturday, yeah, and I want to be cool. Presentable at the poker tournament. I don't want to look hungover. I don't want to look busted. I want to look okay. So
sweet. K-Pro's. I got to ride with K-Pro from the airport. That's too hilarious. Excellent. Because I'm going.
I don't think I'm connected anymore.
I'm going to the Flamingo. So
no, Robert, we can hear you. You're just not talking. You're just not talking. Yeah, you're just not talking.
Well, you guys are having a nice conversation, I was worried about the gummies because, like I said, I had a medical marijuana shop back in 2015.
Really?
So, like he says, yeah.
Where do you live at? Where do you live at?
I'm in Washington State.
Okay.
I'm in Washington State. So no, I had a medical marijuana, and then I actually grew a lot of weed there for quite a while. I had these sativas and the indicas, and I was harvesting and trimming.
Wait. How did this turn into the Treasure Warrior show?
Songs, dude. I got some
oh my gosh. This is not our topic. This is Ben's topic. Like we should find something else to talk
Shannon, then let's go back to sex addiction. I also own an adult store right now.
Oh, so really? Is that still in Washington State? Okay, so here. So Robert, here. So a friend of mine was supposed to send me a rose, but has not sent it to me. Yeah, it's called a rose. It's a vibrator. You should send me a rose.
Oh, you're looking for a rose, huh?
Or you should send me something. You should totally send me something from your store.
But when you
send me something that I would enjoy. I am single now.
Well, you never know. I might show up with something, dear. We are bringing a big suitcase. And that,
okay, all right. I've definitely gone through airports with suitcases full of sex toys before. I used to sell like sex toys. I did like the slumber parties and the pure romance stuff for many years. Made a crap ton of money off of that stuff. But you should totally bring me something. Bring me a surprise.
Would you like something with the sidecar on it?
Oh my gosh. No, we're not going to discuss what. You just surprise me.
Okay, actually, my store is like a boutique because we not only have a large selection of lingerie, but we also cater to the 420. We have a tremendous collection of all that nice glass that Davia would love to have too.
Yeah, I don't need any of that. I don't need any of that. I don't need any of that.
Gandalf. I need a Gandalf, freaking 8-inch Gandalf. I usually buy 3, maybe 4 at a time. Cough, cough. Perfect timing on the coughing, by the way. So yes, 4 to 6 inch Gandalf with feet so it stands up on its own. I don't care about color. I'm basically a disposable fucking Gandalf pipe kind of guy. You know what I mean? Because they don't bounce good.
Okay, well, I'm not going to bring that type of stuff down to the airport, W. I'm sorry.
Oh. I always bring mine through I go to REI to get one of those airtight boxes that you put in your canoe, and I put all my pot in there, and that scans, and they go, look, what is that? And they go, Blue Dream. They go,
no, I'm coming down to Vegas to have a good time, not spend the next 30 days in some airport lockup.
Nah, they give you a ticket, or they keep it.
Oh,
Usually,
thank
I just
you.
let them keep it. Works out great.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Robert, I have a question. So I can't remember the brand it is. It's a really good brand of dildo. They're not vibrators, but they but they come in like really weird kind of size, like shapes and textures. And there's one that's like an alien.
Whoa.
Okay, now be careful. It sounds like you're talking about Dragon, and we don't carry any of the Dragon line.
Okay. Yeah,
it's more of a silicone-y, real textury, human-like and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, they're really funky. I actually hold on. I know where I can find
go ahead.
the link. But yeah, so because I was I know I can't use that on my work computer. I can't pull that site up.
Easy, girl, easy. That's why I gave my daughter a new laptop, because she needed.
No, I have two computers. I have two computers going. I have my work. I'm running Zoom on my MacBook, but I'm looking at like the chat on my work computer, and I just tried pulling up the wrong thing.
I can't watch chat, so whatever they're saying about me in chat, well, they're just going to get away with it.
Boy. See, now, come on. With conversations like this, does anybody really miss the chase now? I mean, come on.
Land shark.
Oh, I have a talk with you in Vegas about the chase.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
I'm not gonna, no, it's nothing negative. It's nothing negative. It's just
I'm like, I can't wait to see some of the questions that I get in Vegas. And what's going to be crazy is, depending on how drunk I am, depends on how I might answer. So, but just a reminder, everybody, if you're buying me drinks, I only drink good tequila. Like Patron is like the bottom level. Okay, so if you're buying me a drink, Patron's bottom, you can go higher. Do not go lower. I can't drink any lower because then I'll get sick, and nobody wants to see that. So
I'm only gonna drink with Cynthia. Maybe I'll have wine with Sam, but I'll drink with Cynthia, because there's that warm fuzzy feeling all over.
Well, I'm gonna be all by myself because I don't drink anymore.
I mean, there might be nights where I don't. I have no idea yet.
No. I want you to drink. I want all of you to drink.
No, I'm just saying, I may not drink every night. I can't afford to drink in Vegas like 5 nights. I can't afford to get drunk in Vegas every night. So, I have been having a little too much fun in my life lately. So I can't afford to get drunk every night.
You've
That's
had
why
a couple
I go
of
to the desert.
years,
It's
I'd say.
cheap.
You deserve to have some fun.
Man, I'm living my best life now. At least that's how it feels. Like I miss having a person. I miss having a partner, but I'm definitely having a ton of fun. I mean, that's for sure. So I can't complain.
Fabio, it's good. The milk's not sour.
He's showing us cookies.
Oh, okay, it's cookies. It looked like he was checking the milk to make sure it wasn't sour.
Oh gosh. Yeah, and I'm sorry guys, I'm like trying to look at the chat, but I'm so bad at it right now. I'm just so preoccupied with this fabulous conversation.
What you're having is a Copper Dan Packer Jack show like they had last night, where they were just talking about anything they felt like.
There's Copper Dan.
And having a good time.
Yes, well, that's the thing. Like,
so
World Series, he came back. Yeah, he said, "Well, did he walk out at the wrong point or what? Holy crap! Did I leave this conversation too soon?" And we were just talking about it. Like, Cooley had said how Dan always is such a gentleman, and I was like, "Yeah," except on my Facebook post when he comments on them. Like, dear God. But yeah, no. I mean, nobody ever said that. listen, when I was doing videos for the chase, I tried to be very professional and presentable, but I'm not doing professional chase, infomercials anymore. I don't have to be educational. Well, I guess I technically still can be educational, just not about the chase anymore, right?
No, actually, some of your YouTubes, when I first got involved between watching Forrest Finn's interviews and yours, I enjoyed and stuff. I wasn't really watching all of the drama videos, and I still try to stay out of all the drama. And that's why I also try to keep my face out of the public, because like you, 8 or 9 years ago, YouTube was totally different. You put your face out there. Now, today, I just prefer to be in the background and be faceless until you actually meet me.
Well, that just means you get to sneak up on me and surprise me, and like I'll be like, I don't know who you are. I think that's what I'm worried about the most. Is like when I don't know what people look like. Because you're going to bring me a present. Because you're going to have a present in your hands when you meet me, right?
Oh, it's not going to be in my hands, baby. You're going to have to find it.
I am so not sure where that's going there, Robert.
It's priceless to watch your face.
What? Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right.
So,
we're going to bring it back here a little bit. Bring it back.
So
Alan
how do
Kay's
we
in the
get to
room.
Cynthia's house and get in this cuddle puddle with all the babes? Because, it's sounding like a fun evening.
We're not sure what we're doing yet. We might have dinner somewhere. We are not sure. We stay flexible until it actually occurs. It's one of those things. But Alan Kay is in the room, and of course, I have to say hi to Alan Kay because seeing him in the chat always makes me smile. So,
good guy.
So,
good guy.
What is everybody wearing for World Series of Fun? Is anybody wearing anything fun? Are we just going casual? Is anybody dressing up? I do want to know this because I need to pick out what my outfits. I mean, and don't get me wrong, like Vegas,
collared shirt will be a collared shirt looking about as clean as I can get these days. There you go, that's it. Collared shirt and pants, because I never wear pants.
I mean, yeah, you better wear pants.
Pants are nice.
Yeah, pants are definitely. I mean, unless you want to get thrown out of the casino.
No, not till after I win. But cuddle puddle. See, I got her. I was trying to make K-Pro laugh.
Shannon is flexible.
See a joke.
Yeah, K-Pro, I'm flexible in many ways. I just did an hour of yoga today, actually. So
it's really, with the delay, it's really hard to try to do something funny and then see if it actually lands the way you think it is, because if all this time goes by, right? Definitely tricky business, I tell you.
The one thing I know I definitely will be packing a lot of is shoes.
No.
Shoes?
Yes.
Now that's such a girl thing. Good Lord.
It's because in Vegas, like, I'm not going to wear sneakers.
Oh, come on, Navio.
You have to.
Well,
like,
it is.
there is so much walking in Vegas.
I know.
And
tons.
There goes my internet again.
Yeah, so it's like I have so many pretty heels and that I would love to wear, but they're not practical in Vegas. Like, there's nothing better. So there one time when I went, I was actually running at the time. If Copper Dan's still in here, he'll be like, "What? You ran?" Yeah, I went through like a period where I tried to run and I could only run maybe 2-3 miles tops, but I was waking up at sunset and running on the Vegas Strip because it's so cool, because you see like all the landscapers and maintenance guys making things pretty, but then you see like the hoes walking down barefoot, like carrying their heels. It's Vegas at sunrise is such an interesting time to see Vegas. So
it's a bizarre freaking deal. You would have just be comfortable because you do so many miles. Like Molly, she's jeans, shirt. She's just, what's Chucks? Is that like those tennis shoes that?
Yeah, Chucks are Converses.
Yeah, that's what I figured. There you go. Yeah, that's Molly all the way with killer freaking hair. What? It's off the chain. So just fun energy, goof off. We've been walking around singing Beatles songs last time.
Okay, Pro, don't worry. Every event will have a different outfit. The thing is, I'm worried about, like, do I just wear the same outfit all day or do I change intermittently? Like, I don't know. And I don't want to check a bag, but I think I might have to check a bag. I might just pack too much stuff.
Check a bag.
Yeah, I don't even know the last time I did that.
Dude, what do you got? Climbing gear? Ba-dum-bum.
Okay.
I
am
actually,
still with
I
you
do
guys?
have climbing
Because
gear, but I
Davio's
won't
just
be
going
bringing
funny
it.
on me.
But yeah, no, Davio, I do. I have my own harness. I have my own carabiners. I have my own rock climbing shoes. Like I have all my own gear. I don't have any ropes. I mean, but ropes don't necessarily last that long anyway. So, but yeah, I have my own climbing gear.
Right on.
Yeah. And like I said, I've never done
And
anything as fun and as adventurous as you have, but I still have climbed a few times.
Right on. Outstanding. It's nice to get out on the wall. Hang on a rope is always a nice thing.
No, it's scary as hell.
Oh, okay. Did I lose you both? I think
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
lost
Robert.
my
Yeah,
internet connection.
Yeah, Robert, you sound like you're a space alien.
You know, basically, I came on to say hello and goodbye and say thank you. And because
Yeah,
the
no, my
49ers,
internet's fading out. I'd like to stay, but I'm sorry.
49ers are playing football and I'm in the halftime, so I got to go.
Oh, well, Davio, it was great to see you. Take care. Bye-bye. Actually, I'm probably going to get off too myself just
Much
because I
love
was
to
not
everyone.
planning on being here as long as I was.
Yes,
So,
10 to 7.
it is
San
8:30 where
Francisco, 10
it's
for
8.
10. Rams
Oh,
are 7.
Oh, you're talking about the score. Yeah, I don't care about football. Well, anyway, all right. Well, everybody, thank you for hopping on. If you hopped on to say hi, I can't
thought
wait to see
Davio did.
everybody in World Series of Fun. I'm so excited. I can't wait. So thank you for helping me get more excited about it. And if this conversation is any representation of the fun we're going to have in Vegas, let me just say we're going to have some fun. So anyway, take care, everybody. Have a good night. And don't forget, find me on Snapchat, Odious Soul. Don't forget to friend request me on Facebook if we aren't already friends, and send me a message. Let me know you're going to Vegas and I'm supposed to expect you. So take care, Robert. Thank you for hopping on. And I'm looking very forward to my gift. If you can even hear me. All right, guys, take care. Bye. Peace out.